welcome back. And this is, we bring you all our top stories to begin from the presidency, but this time in Lagos, where the president has tasked the 36 governors with leading development at the grassroots, saying the financial autonomy granted to local government is not an attempt to snatch the third tier of government from governors. The president, while speaking when members of the Nigeria Governors Forum, led by Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, paid him a courtesy visit, a New Year homage at his Ikoyi residence in Lagos, said the leadership of governors at the subnational level is central to achieving food security, economic prosperity, and rapid national growth.
And let's talk taxes. The Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, is insisting that the federal government must withdraw the controversial tax bills from the National Assembly. In his New Year message to Nigerians, especially workers, the president of the NLC, Mr. Joe Ajaero, says the need to withdraw the bills was based on the welfare of the Nigerian workers. He also spoke on the need for a government to reflect transparency, inclusivity, and honesty in its dealings with the masses.
And in business, riding on the back of domestic borrowings by the federal government from private sector, Nigeria's broad money supply increased by 51% year-on-year to 108.96 trillion naira in November 2024. According to the Central Bank of Nigeria's money and credit statistics data, the increase was from 72.03 trillion naira corresponding period of 2023. Broad money supply represents cash and demand deposits, as well as savings deposits, money market deposits, and time deposits.
And outside Nigeria, to the United States, at least 10 people were killed and 30 injured when a vehicle plowed into a crowd in a popular tourist district in the U.S. city of New Orleans. U.S. media outlet CBS News cites witnesses saying a truck rammed into a crowd packed with people celebrating the New Year in the district, known as a French Quarter, at a high speed before its driver jumped out and started firing a weapon, with police returning fire.
Very, very, very sad development in New Orleans. And of course, let's get to sports, where two-time heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua has visited President Bola Tinubu at his residence in Lagos. The Nigerian-born British boxer, who is in the country for the festive season, presented the president with an autographed glove with the inscription to the great Asiwaju Jagaban Bogo of Africa, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Well, yeah, quite a busy moment in Lagos. So I don't know if it's now dirty January now, because Lagos State Governor.
Dirty December.
I know, right? Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu celebrated the New Year with various entertainers, including Wizkid, Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, Olamide, and others, at the hashtag Greater Lagos Countdown 2025. In a statement shared by the governor in X, he thanked artists and residents who made the event remarkable and explained that the energy at the event was electric, with the vibrant spirit of Lagosians shining through every moment. But of course, the event did not happen without its own little fair share of controversy around Burna Boy's performance.
Burna is never afraid and never shy to all of the controversy. But big shout out to Lagos State. I was just thinking that since I don't know what Lagos did, I don't know what PR they did, but of course we know that in every country there is that capital of everything.
Yeah.
Los Angeles, for instance, capital of Hollywood and Silicon Valley. We have the financial capital being New York. So if we go different countries, Lagos is unarguably the entertainment capital of Africa.
Entertainment, financial.
Yes, financial, commercial hub.
Commercial.
But I feel that the next 30 December in 2025, we should decentralize a bit. So some people can go to maybe the south-south, some people can go to southeast and the northern part of the country. Spread the love. So I'm sure Lagos IGR is going to boom, boom, boom in December.
Certainly.
Because the monies that came in, oh my God. I think they should give us a data of how much was spent in Lagos this December, because this I just got back. They came in with dollars, they came in with pounds. I know if you convert, just coming in from the UK, for instance, you're coming from Liverpool or Manchester.
Jeffrey,
and you came with $2,000.
Not again.
4 million naira. You will oblate and scatter everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, but it's important.
But sometimes that's just a bottle or so of a certain drink.
Okay, that's one Dorime.
You know, right?
I don't know. But more importantly, what I'm saying is that the data has to be collated, because entertainment is really an important aspect of our development. I know the contribution to GDP is not as significant as it should be, because all of this collation may not have been done. But if we rebase we need to consider this, because that is where a lot of people are not rigged out. So the young people hold their fort in that area.
It's there. So it's important. And if you have a business or you're thinking of starting a business, start considering these options or these opportunities, because there's lots of them. So start preparing for December right now. But what are the trending issues this morning, Jeffrey?
Okay, let's begin with the one that the military is saying it's eliminated over 10,000. That's the number, 10,000. Exactly 10,937 terrorists in 2024 alone. That's a massive number. I mean, these guys were neutralized by the military. They are terrorists, according to the military. So, Abdul Rashid, you say your biggest target in 2025 should be the elimination of Bello Turji and his boys. Free the entire country from bandits so that the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President will see the light of day. God bless you, your men in uniform. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Well, this user certainly sounds like a supporter of the APC or the government, at least. Hey, there's nothing wrong in that. The next one is Michael, and this is targeted at the Nigerian army, directly saying it's not all about how many you kill, but have you returned, or have the people returned back to their home? Are they able to sleep with their eyes closed? What of farmers? Have they been able to cultivate? Can you travel on the road without being kidnapped?
Yeah, I think that is the end game. Yeah. If this is not the end game, then all of the killings will mean nothing. But I think it's a critical point this person has raised. Shout out to our military servicemen. Thank you for your service. That's why we're wearing this till January the 15th, to appreciate and stand with you in whatever you do. But I think this captures the end game.
That's the goal, and I think that's their own goal as well. Because you realize that these people didn't take a break on Christmas Day. Yep. I mean, all of us were marrying. Well, some of you people marrying, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, even New Year, but they work around the clock. So yes, we have to give credit, absolutely, where it's due, and of course, encouragement and
absolutely. Mark Abiodun says we support our military. More grace to them and more wins. Absolutely.
So that took just right out of her mouth. And Hammond follows up by saying, in just 2024, because 10,000, Jeffrey, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
So this user says, in just 2024. So this user is asking for some sort of fact-checking evidence. How are we sure that these numbers are not manipulated? Naturally, you expect that the average citizen will trust institutions like the military, but they've had experiences time and again. So it's not out of place to ask these questions.
I think one of the biggest targets of this government and any government, for me, I was talking yesterday on the show, is that in 2025, whatever we can do, if we have to remove people to replace them with other people in terms of institutions, we must restore confidence in our institutions.
Certainly.
INEC has crisis of confidence. Judiciary has crisis of confidence. The law enforcement has crisis of confidence. Even labor unions have crisis of confidence. NNPC has extreme crisis of confidence. So I could go on and on.
It's not good. Who is holy, Jeffrey?
It is not. No, it is not good for any country. Wow. We cannot just not trust anybody. No, it's not good. We need to do something so that we can, when these guys speak, we know it is true. Anyway, withdraw tax bills from National Assembly. NLC insists. DAG, that's your name. Politicians of regional interests have hijacked the NIC for political gain. They have paid them to attack the tax reform bill, but they should go and tell those who send them that they are not doing enough to stop Tinubu.
I think you should mention the NLC now for political gain. And that's what you talked about. This next user, Alabi, says, before I could respond, I had to read what he said. That's Joe Ajero put out that New Year's message. And this user says, guess what? He practically said nothing. He just wants to oppose for the sake of opposition. I know NLC had opposed prior to this point, but this user was hoping to see a reason. Concrete reasons. Why are you against it? Well, he says that he believes that this there needs to be more consultation and all of that. You need to carry people along. But I think this user was expecting something more concrete.
Okay. Oluwasegun says, I no longer understand the labor union in Nigeria. The first pro-poor bill in the history of the country should be withdrawn simply because their financiers are angry. Okay. Maybe we'll go to the next one, Kari.
Yeah, I need some more context and more details, if you don't mind. Who are the financiers? I think I'd love to know, really. But let's move on to this next one. And a lot of people saw the images. In fact, you saw it earlier on, Anthony Joshua visiting Nigeria's president. Now, there are lots of other things to pick from that visit. All the presidents stay in Lagos, or short visit to Lagos. But let's go into the comments you have from Anthony Joshua. So, This one from Agbado. Agbado and Paki Bida, that's the name of this user. It says, nice one, Josh. You made us proud and shows, well, this shows that you never forget your heritage. This next comment, Jeffrey, is quite interesting.
Olusegun says, I pray and wish Joshua can get back to his winning ways. God willing. God has blessed Nigeria with so much talent.
Yeah, so Joshua has not really had it very rosy with the record. Maybe not with the money. Because the money would always come in, win or lose to a large extent, but the record certainly. So we hope that this will mean good things for him. But let's move on to something more important, right? While it's cheered to see Anthony Joshua visiting the president, people are saying, what is the president doing to fix the hardship in Nigeria? So he put out a New Year's message, that's President Tinubu, and he promised to address escalating drugs and food prices by establishing yet again a bigger credit establishment that would have the Consumer Credit Corp, the NSIA, and all of that underneath. So
credit guarantee company.
Exactly. So this is meant to open up credit to the larger population, because I am not sure that the Consumer Credit Corporation really did much in this 2024. So the president
had a chat with the guy.
Exactly. So the president made a promise that by Q2 that will come in place. So let's take the first user, Idris Dadaore says, I hope he fulfills his promise, because politicians can no longer be trusted, especially in terms of promise.
Filippo Saga has this to say as we wrap up. Welcome, test GMO food. Bye-bye, good health. Let me start planting my own vegetables and rearing my own chicken. So, you know where it's going to with this, right?
How did we get here? I thought we were talking about the Credit Revenue Corporation.
Well, perhaps because the president said he's going to boost local production, and food is part of all of that. So yeah, saying that for that level of acceleration to drive down costs, perhaps GMO has to be factored in. That is what I see as the nuance of what he's trying to say. I may be wrong, but
that escalated really fast.
I was
still talking about, wow, you know, you have to give it to Nigerians. So that's pretty much it. A couple more comments coming through, but please send them in. #CTV Morning Brief, so this can shape the conversation that we'll have this morning, Jeff.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the very first conversation that has to do with reviewing 2024 and outlooking 2025. Stay with us.